Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Cody, drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Guitar player has tipped me $5 5 dinero, 5 rubles. All right? 5 rupees. Thank you very much, a guitar player. He says the following. Sometimes I don't like the state of modern gaming. Some people get to play Spider-Man 2 several days early. I have to wait till 11 p.m. yesterday to play it. The state of modern gaming is thus, all right? If you kiss ass, you get everything ahead of time and you get everything free. But you have to completely kiss ass and play the game. I could have done this years ago. In fact, to give you a little bit of background, when this practice was becoming very prominent on YouTube, and when a lot of YouTubers started to be in the approved content creation community circles. You might say, what does that mean? By the way, it's getting brighter outside, so I'm going to close my blinds a little bit. Hold on. So, when I started as a YouTuber, you know, 15 years ago, no one got anything early. Everyone had to go buy games, play them for themselves. Everyone had an equal playing field. Everyone had an equal chance to get their hands on a game at the same time and all of that. The only people who got early copies back then were people who actually worked for media outlets. Like if you worked for IGN, if you worked for GameSpot, well, you're a journalist, right? So now you'll get the game early, you'll play it, and you're not able to post up public content of it. You can only post it through your approved journalistic medium. So if you work for IGN, you can only post up your content through IGN, and that's your job. And even then, you know, they had embargoes, they had all kinds of stuff going on, correct? Then all of a sudden, I would say it was about 6-7 years ago, all right? I had been living here in Washington for a couple of years, and I had actual dialogue with several people in the industry at the time. And they were basically like, Phil, things are changing. What's going to end up happening, you're going to find now, is that these companies now want to work with content creators. But if you want to be on the approved list of content creators, you got to play the game. Well, what does that mean? It means every time that there's a major game you're interested in, you need to put out the feelers to all these PR reps and companies and explain who you are and show your channel and how many viewers you get and how many subs you have and explain that you like a certain style of game and that you feel like you have a positive spin on it. And basically what will happen is, as long as you schmooze the right people and you kiss the right butts, all right, you'll be put onto the approved list of content creators. And then you're going to get opportunities all the time. You're going to have companies reaching out to you saying, hey, we'd like to give you a free copy of the game 2 weeks early, and you'll have embargoes around it. You won't be able to say whatever you want about the game. You won't be able to review it early. You won't be able to criticize it, but we'll allow you to do like a special stream day where you can stream the game exclusively early on your channel to give it some free representation, right? You'll get a copy. You'll be able to put out your review way before anyone else does. You'll be on that approved list, right? So, you know, did I look into it? I did a little bit. There was a couple people I talked with, but essentially every time that I looked into it, it came down to the following, okay? You have to constantly be positive. You can't really be negative, all right? If you have negative things to say, you have to hold your tongue, all right? If you're playing a game at release, like right now, Spider-Man 2. If I got an advanced copy of Spider-Man 2, all right, and I was gifted the ability to play it early, I'd be under what's called a review embargo, because reviews for this game weren't allowed to come out until like 2 days ago. So anyone who streamed this game before then literally was told by Sony or whoever, you cannot criticize the game because that's a review. And the review embargo is later. So you can play it, but all you can do is play it and comment generic stuff. You cannot review this game until that review embargo lifts. So anyone you saw stream this game early had to abide by those rules. Now, they could have broken them, but if you break the rules, you're not playing the game, and what happens is those companies no longer will consider you on the approved list of content creators. You won't get the games early. You won't be invited to the special press events. You won't get any input given into the game development cycle, and you're basically kicked out, and you just do whatever you want, but don't contact us ever again. You know, you're on your own. So, that is exactly how it goes in the industry, okay? If I were a butt kisser years ago, I would have reached out to these companies and I would have been on that list and I would have basically today been a bunch of different content creator. Really. Like, I would have been playing games like exclusive early streams. I would have been going to special events, invited to events to attend the launch party for this game and talk about it and give you a hands-on experience of the game early. But you would notice that almost everything that I say about a game is positive. Almost every word out of my mouth. Because that's what they want. They're essentially paying for free press through early access. If I played Spider-Man 2 a few weeks early, I'd probably get more attention on my content for it. And I'd probably make a lot of extra money doing it. Hence, even though there's no written contract expressly saying you must kiss our game's butt, that's essentially what the vicious cycle creates. Whenever you're getting exclusive access, you're getting exclusive opportunity to do something that benefits you early, you are going to have to be more positive about it, because if you're negative, you get kicked out of that process and you won't get it again. So anytime that you see someone playing a game early, you can't trust them. I'm sorry, that's just the case. You can never trust someone who gets an early advanced copy of the game, because their whole cycle is based on being positive to get the next copy of the next game. Okay? So, I'm sad that this is how the industry has become, but that's just how it is right now. That's literally it. So, you're right, guitar player. There were people playing this game a week ago. And every single one of them, even if they're not an outright paid shill for the game, maybe there was no contract they signed that says you must play it like this and you'll get paid extra money to do this. Every one of them benefited from playing it early, and every one of them had to be overly positive, because if not, they probably won't get that favorable treatment next time. It's a vicious cycle. So it's this simple. If you don't like that process, if you think that doesn't sound right, why do certain people get selected to get the special treatment? Why are they the ones who get it early? Why do they, they kiss butt essentially for personal gain? That's correct. That's literally correct. So anyone you see that's like that, if you disagree with that, you have the ability to pick and choose who you watch and who you support on this planet. Correct? And if you see the person who's already a million fucking view YouTuber, rolling in dough, already making out prominent, all of a sudden now they're getting all these opportunities and the cycle continues, break the cycle. Don't watch them. Don't support them. Watch people who you do support, who you know will be honest with you, right? And even if it means that they play the game much later than everybody else who got it early, that's who you should be watching and supporting if that's what you stand for. You have to take a stand against this kind of stuff, because the entire content creation industry will become people who are just paid advertisements if you allow it to. You have to stick up for what you believe in and what you like, the quality of the stuff that you want. You should support those people, all right? And it's not, and by the way, no, this is not just me saying support me. There are tons of people like me that are small time, that are honest, and they deserve your attention and support far more than anyone out there who's a millionaire getting paid to shill every fucking product, It makes me sick to my stomach to see the very dishonest people get all the success. It does. That's fucked up. That's a fucked up industry, but that's like everything. That's every entertainment industry's always been like that. Okay? Television, music, movies, it's always the same. And now video games have become that. So you just got to deal with it. All right? It's a sad fact. You got to support the honest people, So go for that. And I say ignore the shills. Don't give them your time and attention. That's all I can say. Support the people who you like, who stand for what you believe in, and don't support the people who already are you know what they say, the rich get richer. It's true. Once you get to that level of you're the supported creator by every company likes you, that's it. From now on, you're the one who gets everything. There's companies out there, I don't even know how they got prominent. I don't remember them ever being talked about in a prominent way. Yet all of a sudden, they're a prominent, source for gaming news. They're a prominent content creator who gets all the opportunities. Who the fuck were they? They came out of nowhere. Now all of a sudden they're in everything and everyone talks about them. What are you talking about? How did that happen? Gee, I wonder why. They were selected, hand selected by people in the industry to be the figures of gaming that they want to push out there, the representatives for their products and their companies. This is how the cycle works. Okay? Okay. Let's continue. I received $1.11 tip saying I'm a hoarder because I had recycling in my garage. Excuse me, not recycling, styrofoam in my garage. You're right. I purposefully hoarded all that styrofoam. for years. I love it. I can't let it go. I love styrofoam. I love the smell. I love the feel. I love crunching it in my hands. I like squishing it between my toes. I am a styrofoam aficionado, and that's why I had that much styrofoam in my garage. Or I'm a busy guy who has no fucking time to go to this special place to discard the styrofoam because I have a life. You know, it's one of those two. Well, you figure it out for yourself, though. Okay, thanks for the $1 tip, though.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.